So testing of cement. What is the purpose of testing of cement? Only if proper test is carried out on the cement, you will be able to tell the quality criteria of cement. So testing of cement will give a measure of the quality criteria of the cement. Only if the test results are satisfactory, you'll be conducting some standard test on the sample, and only if the test results are satisfactory, then you can say that the cement is a good quality cement, and such a cement can be used for our construction works. So what are the different tests to be conducted on cement? The tests to be conducted on cement can be divided based broadly into two classes. The tests which are conducted on cement can be broadly divided into two classes. Which are the two classes of tests conducted on cement? The two classes of tests to be conducted on cement are field testing of cement and laboratory testing of cement. So field testing of cement means in a construction site. In a construction site, you will be purchasing the cement and the cement is stocked there. So from the site, you are conducting or you are performing some test on the cement sample. Such test you call as the field test. And laboratory testing means the cement will be taken to the field, and from the sample or from the cement kept in the field, some sample will be taken and it will be taken to the laboratory. So the machineries and equipments for testing. The difference between field testing and laboratory testing is field testing does not require much equipments. We just need our senses, our hand, our eyes, all those things. Using your basic senses, you can determine the field test, or the result of field test can be obtained by manual inspection, whereas for laboratory testing, some equipments are needed. The equipments will be established in the laboratories and the sample will be taken to the laboratories for testing. So this is the basic difference between, these are the two tests of cement. You have the field testing of cement and you have the laboratory testing of cement. Now, what are the different field tests on cement? In the field, you will be checking the cement for its color. That is one test. Color is one of the most important field testing of cement. Then the physical properties of cement. Then the presence of lumps and strength. Color, physical properties of cement, presence of lumps and strength are the four different field tests of cement. And laboratory tests, there is a large number of laboratory tests to be conducted on cement. So now let us see the field test of cement. So what is the difference between field test and laboratory test? Field test means you are doing it in the field. No equipment is required. You can, the engineer or quality controlling inspector who is performing the test can go to the field and the test can be done manually without the aid of much sophisticated equipments. Whereas in laboratory testing from the field, you are collecting a sample. A sample of cement is collected and it is taken into the laboratory, and within the laboratory you are using some machineries and equipments for performing the test. That is the difference between field test and laboratory test. Now let us see.
Sir, please repeat. It is not audible clearly.
Okay, fine. So the two different types of tests available on cement are field test and laboratory test. Field test means the person or the engineer who is carrying out the quality control test will be going into the field, and within the field he will be manually evaluating the properties of the cement. There is nothing like a laboratory is involved, or there is no provision of taking the cement from the site into the laboratory for testing. That is field test. Some examples of field test are, first one is determination of color. So you know that the color can be observed visually and color can be identified just by looking at the cement sample. So that is how one test for determining the color is conducted. Second one is for determination of physical properties of cement. Determination of the physical properties of cement. Third one is presence of lumps, and last one is strength. So color, physical properties, presence of lumps and strength. These are the four tests which are conducted in the field for determining the properties of cement. Similarly, you have some other test, that is the laboratory test, in which from the site you will be taking some sample into the laboratory, and within the laboratory you will be carrying out the testing in lab test. Now let us see the different physical or different field test. So field test for cement. These are the different field tests. First one is date of manufacturing. The strength of cement will be reducing with age. So there is a significance, there is one great significance for the date in which cement is manufactured. On the cement bag, if you observe, you can see that the date on which the cement is manufactured will be given. The date in which the cement is manufactured will be noted down on the cement bag. So that is important. It is important to note the date at which cement is manufactured. So that is one field test. Second test is cement color. The color of cement should be uniform. It should be typical cement color. What is the typical cement color? It is gray color with a light greenish shade. So date of manufacturing is checked. Then cement color. The color of cement should be uniform, and uniform color means it should be the color of a typical cement. Color of typical cement is gray color with a light green shade. Next, you have to check whether some hard lumps are formed in the cement. The cement should be in a finely powdered form. The cement should be in a finely powdered form. It should not be having the presence of hard lumps. Hard lumps, it will be like balls or solidified parts. Such things should not appear. The cement should be in a finely powdered form. No lumps should be present. That is another field test. Then temperature inside the cement bag. What you are doing is you are putting your hand into the cement bag. Cement will be available in bag, and you know what is the weight of cement bag? It will be 50 kilograms. So industrially, cement or commercially, cement will be available in bags of 50 kilograms. You are putting your hand into the cement bag. Inside the cement bag, there should be a cool feeling. So once the cool feeling is present, you can say that the cement is a good quality cement. When will the cement bag, when you are putting your hand into the cement bag and you are feeling a warm sensation, अगर सीमेंट बैग में हम अपना हाथ डालते हैं, ये थोड़ा गर्म फीलिंग आते, तो उसका मतलब क्या है कि सीमेंट में हाइड्रेशन शुरू हो गया. हाइड्रेशन का मतलब है सीमेंट पानी से इंटरैक्ट करके, सीमेंट पानी से कंबाइन करके, कल मैंने बता दिया कि there are some products of hydration commonly called as the Box compounds, which is responsible for setting. So अगर ये products form होता है, then the reaction will be exothermic. Exothermic reaction means there will be release of heat. So due to heat release, there will be a warm sensing. So if there is a warm sensing, it means that hydration have already started. So before you are planning to introduce the cement with water in the site and at a particular proportion, even before that, the cement is getting reacted with water, which is not a good sign. So whenever you are dropping your hand into the cement bag, if you are getting a cool feeling, it is well and good. But if the feeling is, if you are getting a warm feeling, it indicates that hydration have started, which is not a good sign. Next one is smoothness test. Smoothness test. You are taking out some sample. In smoothness test, what you are doing is you are taking out some sample from the cement bag and you are feeling the sample between your fingers. You are just taking some sample and the sample is filled between your fingers. So it should be having a very smooth feeling. It should be having a very smooth feeling. If you are sensing a rough feeling when you are using your fingers. When you are using cement in between your fingers, if there is a rough feeling, that indicates that the cement is adulterated with some material. Some cheaper material is used in the cement bag, which is not an advisable thing. Okay, so that is the next test. Next one is water sinking test. You are taking some water and some small amount of cement, you are putting it in water. So it should not sink immediately. Cement पानी के ऊपर थोड़ा float करना है, and before sinking it should be floating on the top of water for some time. So you call it as a water sinking test. Next one is the smell of cement paste. A thin paste of cement with water should feel sticky between the fingers. Then, if the cement contains too much clay and silt as an adulterant, the paste will be giving an earthy smell. There will be the smell of soil. So what you are doing is you are preparing a paste of cement with water, and you are just trying it between your fingers, and you are smelling your hand, smelling the place where you have applied the cement paste. If there is the smell of soil coming, voice problem. Okay, I'll check again. Hello, is it audible? Are you able to hear it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So these are the different physical tests or different field tests. So which test were we discussing? The smell of cement paste. What you are doing is you are preparing a small paste of cement with water, and that paste you are feeling between your fingers, and you are just smelling it. If it is giving the smell of earth or soil, it indicates that some amount of silt or some other soil is present in the cement, which is not a good thing. So that is the next test. So next one is a glass plate test. A thick paste of cement with water is made on a piece of glass plate and is kept under water for 24 hours. So after a time period of 24 hours, it should be setting and it should not be cracking. So that is the glass plate test. What you are doing is we are making a paste of cement with water. Okay, you are preparing on a glass plate, you are preparing a paste of cement, and this glass plate containing cement paste is kept under water for 24 hours. After 24 hours, if you see that after 24 hours, you see that the cement paste has set and it is not cracking. Without cracking, the paste has set. Then you can call that the cement is a very good quality cement. So that is the next test. And last test, there is one more test on the field testing of cement. Last test is the block test. You are preparing a block of cement with water. You are mixing cement with water and a cement paste is made, and using the cement paste you are preparing a block. A block having dimensions as 25 mm into 25 mm into 200 mm. Then this block, after the block is prepared, you are immersing the block in water for 3 days. After 3 days, you are taking the block back from soil, and it is supported 150 millimeter apart, and you are placing a 15 kilogram weight uniformly over it. If there is no failure or there is no sign of failure, you can call that the cement is a good quality cement. So are you clear with the block test? What you are doing is you are preparing a cement paste with water. And using the cement paste, you are casting a block of cement. The dimensions of block is given as 25 millimeter into 25 millimeter into 200 millimeter. So you are casting a cement block like that. And then after the block is casted, you are placing it in, immersing it completely in water for 3 days. And after 3 days, you are supporting the block at 150 millimeter apart, and you are placing a 15 kilogram weight on that. You are placing a 15 kilogram weight uniformly over the block. And if the block is not showing any signs of failure, okay, if the block is taking that 15 kilogram load without showing any signs of failure, then you can call that cement is a good quality cement. So these are the voice problem. Hello? Hello? Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I continue.
Yes, sir.
So these are the different field test of cement. First one is date of manufacturing. You just check the date on which the cement was manufactured. The strength of cement will be reducing with age. So the date of manufacturing of cement should be properly checked. Second one is the color of cement. The cement should be having a very uniform color. That is a gray color with greenish shade. Next one is whether hard lumps are formed. The cement should be free from hard lumps. Next one is temperature inside the cement bag. If you are putting your hand into the cement bag, there should be a cool feeling inside the cement bag. If there is a warm feeling inside the cement bag, it indicates that reaction or hydration has taken place. So that should not be taking place. So there should be a cool
Sir, it is
feeling.
not audible properly.
What happened?
Sir, does hydration mean soaking of water or something else?
Yes, hydration means cement will be reacting with water. Once cement is reacting with water, it will be forming a hard mass with release of water, with release of heat. So if a warm feeling is obtained, it shows that an exothermic reaction is going on. That exothermic reaction is due to the hydration of cement. So there should be a cool feeling once hand is immersed into the cement bag. Next one is smoothness test. When you are touching or when you are rubbing cement between your fingertips, you're just taking a pinch of cement and that is rubbed between your fingertips. There should be a smooth feeling. If a rough sensation is given, it shows that the cement is not of good quality. So that is the next test. Then water sinking test. What you are doing is you have a bucket of water and you are putting some cement, you are throwing some cement into the water. So the cement should be floating on the water surface for some time before it is sinking. Then you can tell that it's a good quality cement. Then you are making a paste of cement with water and you are just smelling it. If it is having a earthy smell or smell of soil, it shows that the cement is adulterated with some amount of silt or some other soil, which is also not a advisable thing. Then glass plate test. You are making a thick paste of cement with water. You have a glass plate and over the glass plate you have made a thick paste of cement, and for 24 hours time you are keeping it underwater. For 24 hours time you are keeping it underwater. If it is setting without undergoing any or without having any cracks, if the cement is found to set without undergoing any cracks, you call that the cement is a good quality cement. Next one is block test. You are preparing a cement block having dimensions of 25 mm into 25 mm into 200 millimeter. This is the dimensions of cement block. Then you are immersing the cement block in water for 3 days. After immersion of cement block in water for 3 days, you are supporting the cement block 150 mm apart and you are placing a weight of 15 kilogram uniformly over the cement block. You are placing a weight of 15 kilogram uniformly over the cement block. If there is no signals of failure, you can say that the cement is a very good quality cement. So these are the different physical tests to be conducted on cement. Now, after the physical test is done, after the physical test is completed, we have to move on into the chemical test, or sorry, not chemical test, we have to move on into the laboratory test for cement. There are two types of testing, that is field testing or testing of physical properties in the field itself, field testing, and secondly you have the laboratory testing of cement. Okay, now moving on to the laboratory testing of cement. There are certain standard tests. Different tests are chemical composition of test, fineness test, test of compressive strength, testing the tensile strength of cement, testing the consistency of cement, testing the setting time of cement, and testing the soundness of cement. These are the different laboratory tests to be conducted on cement. I'll repeat once more. There are different laboratory tests to be conducted on the cement. The different tests being chemical composition of cement, fineness of cement, compressive strength of cement, tensile strength of cement, consistency of cement, setting time of cement, and soundness of cement. These are the different standard tests: chemical composition, fineness, compressive strength, tensile strength, setting time, and soundness. Now first let us see the test for chemical composition of cement. For determining the chemical constituents in cement, you are carrying out different tests. First test is ratio of percentage of alumina to percentage of iron oxide. You don't need to study about the procedure of these chemical composition test. Okay, you just need to know what are the different tests on chemical composition. So cement, as you know that in cement you are having lime, silica, alumina, iron oxide, etc. So what is the ratio of percentage of alumina to percentage of iron oxide present in cement? You are determining that. You are determining the ratio of percentage of alumina to percentage of iron oxide present in cement. So that ratio should not be less than 0.66. That is the result. It should not be less than 0.66. Second test is ratio of percentage of lime. What is the percentage of lime present? Ratio of percentage of lime to those of alumina, iron oxide, and silica. What is the amount of lime present, and what is the ratio between the percentage of lime and other components? What are the other components? Alumina, iron oxide, silica. So amount of lime present in cement divided by amount of silica plus alumina plus iron oxide. This ratio you call as the lime saturation factor. And for a good quality cement, the lime saturation factor should not be less than 0.66 and it should not be greater than 1.02. Okay, the lime saturation factor should not be less than 0.66 and it should not be greater than 1.02. This is about the ratio of percentage of lime to that of alumina, iron oxide, and silica. Next one is total loss on ignition. When you are igniting, when you are burning the cement sample, the total loss should not be greater than 4%. There should not be a loss on ignition greater than 4%. Then total sulfur content. When you are calculating the sulfur content in cement, it should not be greater than 2.75%. Next one is weight of insoluble residue. When you are trying to dissolve the cement, the weight of insoluble residue should not be greater than 1.5%, and the weight of magnesia should not be exceeding 5%. So these are the different tests for the chemical composition of cement. I'll explain once more. Ratio of what is the percentage of alumina divided by what is the percentage of iron oxide. It should not be less than 0.66. Second one is lime saturation factor. What do you mean by a lime saturation factor? Amount of lime present in cement divided by amount of silica, alumina and iron oxides present. You call it as that. Ratio is known as the lime saturation. I told you that detection of these tests is not necessary, okay? That you don't need to go deeper. It is a very difficult process. You will never ever you will be asked to tell the procedure for all these things. If you are deeply interested, you can refer some material for the test on chemical composition, okay? That is not that much needed, okay? Then total loss on ignition. You are heating the cement and you're determining the how much is the loss happening on ignition. It should not be greater than 4%. Then total sulfur content should not be greater than 2.75%. Then weight of insoluble residue should not be greater than 1.5%, and the weight of magnesia should not be exceeding 5%. So that is about the test for chemical composition. Now, after the test for chemical composition study, you have to study about the fineness test of cement. What do you mean by fineness? How fine is the particles of cement? Just a minute. How fine is the particles present in cement? What is the significance of fineness? Finer the particles of test, okay, finer the particles of cement, better will be the reactivity of cement. That means if the particles are very fine, then the hydration of cement will be better. Mechanisms will be explaining detail. So how you can determine the fineness of cement? Let us see the procedure for determining the fineness of cement. Okay. So fineness of cement . Okay, fineness of cement. Fineness of cement is measured by sieving the cement on standard sieves. You are having some standard sieves, and using the standard sieves, you will be sieving the cement. And what is the significance of fineness test of cement? The cement hydrates in the presence of water. When you are mixing cement with water, a thin layer is formed around the particle. So smaller particles of cement will be very much faster in reaction than the larger particle. So particle distribution, what is the distribution of particle size in cement, is very much important in getting the final strength of cement. Within the required time, you should be able to get the maximum strength for the cement. So in order to obtain maximum strength for the cement within the specified time period, it should be made sure that the particle of cement is very much fine. So fineness of cement as per IS code 4031. What do you mean by IS code? Voice not clear, eh? Okay, fine.
Test only.
Hello? Are you able to hear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So we were discussing about
Yes,
fineness,
sir.
right? Okay. So fineness test of cement is in accordance with IS 4031. I was asking you what is meant by IS. So in India, there is one Bureau of Indian Standards. I think you might have heard about BIS. BIS stands for Bureau of Indian Standards. So whenever you are dealing with any material testing, okay, you want to test the, we have already seen the different test on stones, we have seen the different test on bricks, we are studying the different test on bricks. On any building material you have to perform certain test. The procedure of the test should be in accordance with BIS. In India, you are following the BIS standard, where BIS stands for Bureau of Indian Standards. Worldwide, there are several other standards. There is another society or another standard which is used globally, known as the ASTM. When you are referring any textbooks, you will come across this word ASTM. ASTM means American Society for Testing of Material. That is a global platform or global standard. Similarly, the Indian standard which you are using is Bureau of Indian Standard or BIS. So Bureau of Indian Standards have released certain code books. For each and every test you are performing, there is a specified code book. You can do one thing. If you want to know what is the IS code for determining the fineness of cement, you just go to Google. Just go to Google and you search IS code. I'll just show you. For any testing, IS code for fineness test on cement. See the result, IS 40311. Likewise, for any test you want to conduct, you just need to Google to find out the IS code. Then the IS code is readily available in PDF format. All the IS codes which you require will be readily available in PDF format in the internet. You can collect it, you can read it. There they will be giving the standard procedure. Whatever test you are telling, whatever material testing I am telling in my subject, in all the subjects related to civil engineering, whatever material testing we are telling, that is in accordance with Bureau of Indian Standards. Is it clear? So you should be knowing what is meant by BIS. Okay, fine. So the fineness test of cement is in accordance with IS 4031. The fineness test of cement is in accordance with Indian Standard or Bureau of Indian Standards 4031. To determine the number of cement particles which is larger than 90 micron, I told you that there are certain sieves. A set of sieves will be used, and a set of sieves will be containing some number of sieves, and each sieve, do you know what is meant by a sieve? Sieve. Can you tell me? Hello. Can you tell me what is meant by a sieve?
No, sir. Voice is not clear.
Voice is not clear. Have you seen a thing like this? Sir, it's not audible. Okay, fine. I'll share this in Google Classroom. Don't worry. I am continuing. Okay. I'm continuing, and if it is getting broken, don't worry. It will be available in YouTube. So I'll continue. Okay. So to determine
Hello, sir.
yes. Now the procedure for finding the fineness test on cement. You are taking a sample of cement and you are rubbing the sample of cement between your hands. There should not be any lumps present in the cement sample. You are taking 100 gram of cement and the weight 100 gram is noted down. So W1 is 100 gram. Then you are putting this 100 gram of cement in a 90 micron sieve. I can show you a sieve. This is one sieve, and 90 micron means the sieve will be having openings over here, and the size of one opening is 90 micron. So this 100 gram of cement you are putting in a sieve having opening of 90 micron. Now the sieve is placed in a sieve shaking machine. I can show you a sieve shaking machine. This is one sieve shaking machine. You are placing the sieves over the sieve shaking machine and you are tightening the screws and you are switching on the machine. Once this machine is switched on, once the machine is switched on, you will be shaking the sieves. Okay, so you are shaking the sieve in a sieve shaking machine and for a time period of 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes of sieving, you can see that some residue will be left on the 90 micron sieve. Some residue left on the 90 micron sieve means that some portion of cement will be passing through the sieve and some will be retained on the sieve. So the residue means what is the amount of cement retained on the 90 micron sieve. You are noting that weight. How much is the weight retained on the 90 micron sieve? That is W2. Now, what is the percentage of weight of cement retained on sieve? W2, that is the weight of cement retained on sieve divided by W1. W1 is the weight of cement taken. So W2 by W1 into 100 will give the percentage of weight of cement retained. Now, for different samples, you are repeating the experiment and you are noting the average value for accurate result. So the percentage of cement retained on sieve is equal to W2 divided by W1 into 100. This is known as the fineness value. So for a good quality cement, I think you understand what is the fineness value. You are using a 90 micron sieve. 100 gram cement which is free from all lumps is taken. Weight is noted as W1. W1 is equal to 100 gram. Now you are placing this 100 gram of cement in a 90 micron sieve and it is kept in a sieve shaker and you are allowing it to shake for a time period of 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, proper shaking has been taken place. You are opening the lid and you can see that some residue will be left without passing through the 90 micron sieve. You determine the weight and that weight is noted as W2. So W2 divided by W1 into 100 will give you the fineness value. If the cement is a very good quality cement, for a very good quality cement, the weight, or sorry, for a very good quality cement, the fineness value should not exceed 10%. So that is another laboratory test. You are determining the fineness value of cement. Now, next test which you are going to study is the compressive strength of cement. Compressive strength of cement. So how you will be determining the compressive strength of cement? Compressive strength of cement is another laboratory test conducted on the cement sample. You know that cement is used as a construction material. So in any construction operation, the structure will be subjected to loads, and the structure should be able to withstand without undergoing any kind of failure. Structure should be able to withstand without undergoing any kind of failure. Cement is a material which can stand without undergoing failure on compression loads. I think you are having strength of material subject. So you might be knowing what is the difference between compressive load and tensile load. Do you know? If I have a material
Yes, sir.
and I am, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, so I don't need to explain what is a compressive load. So basically cement and concrete is capable of taking compressive loads. Have you seen reinforced cement concrete?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is reinforced cement concrete? What do you mean by a reinforced cement concrete? Yes, can you tell?
No clue, sir.
Okay, reinforced cement concrete means concrete. Concrete means it's a mixture of cement, fine aggregate,
And
coarse
composite
aggregates,
material.
and water in a suitable proportion. This concrete is very much strong in compression. It can resist compressive loads very well, but it is not having the ability to resist tensile load. Yes, Pradeep Rana has commented steel plus concrete. That is right. So this is not possible of resisting tensile load. So if you want the structure to be very much strong in tensile load, Ankit have also commented. What you are doing is you are introducing steel rods or steel bar into the concrete. So that will make a reinforced cement concrete, and that will make the concrete strong in tension also. So concrete is, as such, concrete is very much strong in compression. Cement is also very much strong in compression. How you will determine the compressive strength of cement? That is our question. How the compressive strength of cement can be determined? So we are having one standard test for determining the compression strength of cement. Let us see how the compressive strength of cement can be determined. So for determining the compressive strength of cement, you need to use one standard sand. You should have a vibrating machine. You should have a cube mold. The cube mold having 70.6 millimeter size. So you are casting a cube sample, and the side of the cube will be 70.6 millimeter in size, and you also need a compression testing machine. This is the compression testing machine. You will be placing the cube in the compression testing machine, and you will be loading it, and you will determine the load at which the cube, the cement cube is failing. So this is the test apparatus for determining the compressive strength of cement. The procedure is a bit large procedure. We'll discuss the procedure in the next class. So today we have basically seen about two types of test. One is field test of cement, where no machinery or no equipment is required. It is just carried out in the field. Color test, determination of physical properties. Then if presence of lumps is there, so color, then you are feeling it between the fingertips. It should have a smooth feeling. You are putting your hand into the cement bag. It should have a cool feeling. You are throwing some cement in a bucket of water. The cement should be floating for some time before it is sinking. There should not be any lumps present in the cement. These are the different field tests of cement. And next we have the different laboratory tests. And laboratory tests include the determination of chemical composition, then fineness of cement. Fineness of cement is determined with the help of IS standard sieve of 90 micron. I have already explained the procedure for determining the finest test of cement. Next one is the compressive strength of cement that we will discuss in the next class. Now please comment your attendance over here, then we will stop.